All right. We have made it.
Are we on?
We're on.
Well, now I can't hear like doom, doom, doom.
Oh, there's none of that going on.
Doom.
We're
in between sets and songs.
Well, we're stripping it down.
Oh, okay.
This is
us unplugged.
Yeah, this is Ric and Jenn unplugged. And lucky you could join us today because it's a 2 for Tuesday.
Oh.
That just simply means we've now done this for two days in a row.
Wow. We don't have anything to give away 2 times.
Oh, we have nothing I'm allowed to. We're brought to you by Carpetbaggers.
Yes.
Located in West Ashley, just before you get the main road there on Johns Island. So
yes, lots of great people work there and people that love teachers.
And all kinds of flooring available, everything from tile to carpet and everything in between. Plus, they'll custom make some rugs for you. They got a whole area in the back where there's just a guy back there making custom rugs
on a loom.
They look like a big hockey table.
Oh, wow.
Maybe there's
like a little alpaca back there and
they have one alpaca and they shave him. They shave him.
Then loop,
so they only do one custom rug, however often the alpaca grows his hair back. That's Carpetbaggers of Charleston, who is the sponsor for at least the rest of the afternoon.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I probably should have had a little nap in between my work.
You've been busy today. You've been running around serving the community, doing your mission work.
Well, trying, joining others and serving the community. So I'm happy I could. But yes, I also found out that today was the day, apparently on Twitter, everyone was waiting for the pumpkin spice day at Starbucks.
See, I never follow that because I don't care that much about pumpkin spice.
I don't like pumpkin. That is just not something I like at all. So I never want pumpkin spice anything. I don't want to smell a candle. I don't want to whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But apparently they've released a new drink called the Apple Crisp Macchiato.
Oh, that sounds good.
And it's got like a caramel drizzle. It's supposed to taste like the filling of an apple pie.
Well, now I could get on board with that.
I think so. So people are posting hilarious things on Twitter. Like, I tried the apple pie or apple crisp macchiato, and now I'm questioning everything I've ever been taught about autumn at Starbucks, and just funny stuff. So I don't know.
Bob Sanders is happy to see us back. We're glad to be back, Bob. Yeah. So this is 2 in a row, one more day, and that they call that a streak.
I think so, for us especially.
Yeah. It is National Waffle Day today.
Oh.
And National Banana Split Day today.
Mm.
Tomorrow's Whiskey Sour Day.
Wow. So I wonder, how do you have multiple food days? And who gets to declare that today is National
Anybody can declare
Waffle
any
Day.
national day. There's no rhyme or reason to it. A lot of times organizations will be consistent with it and create a day that benefits their organization. But for instance, National Waffle Day. On this date in 1869, a man named Cornelius, it doesn't matter what his name is, he received the first U.S.
Old French for waffle.
He received the first U.S. patent for a waffle iron.
Oh.
So they look up things like that and then go, okay, to celebrate, the guy that invented the waffle iron got the patent today. Let's declare this National Waffle Day.
How many people love waffles? That seems like it would be something you'd be willing to celebrate.
And then you've got a whole mechanism behind it at that point. Is Waffle House involved? Do you get something free today? I hadn't looked to see. Maybe you do, IHOP and all. No, a lot of National Cheeseburger Day. All the places do cheeseburger type things.
Huh.
So whenever
do you like waffles?
I love waffles.
I don't know that I've really ever seen you eat them.
That's because you don't see me eat a lot of things that I eat.
That's probably true. When I was in college.
Food is my mistress.
Yes. No.
I do food behind your back.
No, you don't, because I find your wrappers and all that stuff.
Well, I didn't say I'm good at hiding my, what is it, dalliances?
Maybe. So back to me.
You'd always catch me.
Yes, that's the truth. Well, what is horrible is, here's a Bradley story. One night I woke up and I went in the kitchen to get some water or something, and the ice cream lid was on the counter. And I thought, oh gosh, one of the guys just threw away the ice cream, but forgot the lid. So I lifted the lid. The ice cream is not there. And I was like, surely Bradley is not eating ice cream in his room because that's just not allowed in his bedroom. I know, yes, I am that kind of mom. And I opened his door and he just pulls his arms down and the covers over real quick. And I said, hand me the ice cream. And he said, how do you know everything? Everything. I said, well, the Holy Spirit tells me whenever you're doing something wrong, which
so
is
you
horrible.
just lied to him about God?
Yeah, not that is not theologically sound practice.
I think parents are allowed to lie to kids, just like the police are allowed to lie to a suspect, like on Law and Order. They can say things in the interrogation room that aren't necessarily true to try to get a confession out. I think parents fall under that same law.
Well,
do you agree or disagree?
Does not say thou shalt not lie in most
well, that
instances.
was I mean, you don't know that they wouldn't have added that. Like, it's a different time. If
being honest with your
did
children,
they have ice cream back then?
I don't think so. How would they have frozen it?
Exactly. So there you go. You have to say that it's a different time, so yes. A different interpretation.
So that's wrong.
That is the equivalent of spare the rod. You lying to your kids to get a confession.
Well, let's move on.
Because I you know what I used to do.
You
know what I used to do with him before. I would just sometimes he'd come in the house, and I would say, "So are you going to tell me?" Or he'd be like, "What?" I'm like, "Tell me what happened today. Don't make me get it out of you. I don't want you to lie to me. Tell me what happened today."
Rick is,
and he confessed to things that.
This is the beauty of our son. He does not lie. Even as a kid, we would say, Bradley, you know, did you blah, blah, blah? He'd say, what do you mean? And I'm like, no, I was clear. Did you do that? And then you would know. Yeah. He could not lie.
He does have some impulse control though. I got issues. Yeah. I got a call from him today, and it was right after I'd been dealing with a couple of things at work. And did you hear the conversation?
As soon as I heard you pick up, I was like, big mistake. I don't know why he's calling, but you should not.
I was probably a little meaner to him than I should have been, but it was one of those things where now that he's an adult, I didn't want him to figure out this. I just wanted to tell him what to do.
Yes. We're working hard on that, Bradley. Even if you don't think we are really trying hard to not tell you what to do.
He's like, in this neighborhood near where I live, there is a house for sale for $60,000, and it's in that nice neighborhood. And I'm like, well, Bradley, you have to think, why is it $60,000?
Yeah,
there's a reason the house is $60,000.
Especially when realtors are calling us to try to buy our house without it even being on the market.
He's like, it's only like 5% down, or so it's like $3,000. Well, you know, whatever it was. I said, okay, so you just signed a lease at this apartment you're in. So that's $3,000. Then you have to break the lease. Then you have to do all the stuff again that you did to get in the apartment, all the deposits and everything. I said, you're looking at $10,000 for a house that's going to cause you a lot of trouble. Just stay where you are. Just stay where you are. He goes, okay, I got it. Thanks.
And he's like, why do I ever call my parents? Bless them.
Well, I appreciate him calling sometimes. Saying hello to Teresa, who just checked in. That's Mom's old friend. She's the one that is... Mom will move in with her once Dad dies or she kills him. It'll be Teresa and Betty Jean and Mom that will be the Golden Girls. That's Mom's dream, for Dad to pass on, and then she move in with Teresa and them.
Wow, I'm a little cranky, and Rick is also.
It's a 2 for Tuesday. Yeah. Two days in a row we've been on. That means we've now done this for 2 days in a row. Right.
And two of us are a little grumpier.
I'm not grumpy. No, I'm feeling good. Okay. Yeah, pumpkin spice is out. They even have a pumpkin spice mask now. You mentioned pumpkin spice. If you want that smell all the time, you just buy this pumpkin spice mask.
Really?
I guess they missed it with last year because everything with COVID was still new in 2020, but 2021, now that there's been a resurgence, somebody had this idea last year and then thought, well, this is our way to get it back out.
Well, there you go.
So pumpkin spice mask. See what else it says. Walmart has them available online for $10. You can buy 10 pack of them. They are pumpkin spice scented and orange in color.
Well, that seems festive and very autumnal.
Yeah, I look like a jack-o'-lantern in that thing.
Yes, you're better off with just plain old masks. I think we can all agree with that.
I'll tell you what I'm excited about as far as TV watching. We didn't mention this yesterday, but I wanted to mention this before I tell you what I'm excited about. And you guys can feel free to join the conversation if you'd like. Look at Teresa. Now, I'm serious, Teresa. She wants you guys to do a Dixie Chicks Goodbye Earl type thing with Dad one day
That
with his
is not
face.
true, Teresa. He's just
So if
kidding.
you just
okay, what are you excited about, Rick?
Okay, during the Olympics, I really loved Kevin Hart and Snoop Dogg.
Yes.
And if you haven't seen this yet, all of them are up on Peacock. And if you have Xfinity, you can get Peacock for free. And you probably can on some of your other providers as well. But go and watch the daily recap of the Olympics with Kevin Hart and Snoop Dogg.
Be forewarned, however, the language is what you would expect from Kevin Hart and Snoop.
But what was funny, though, my wife doesn't like anything that has, the F-bomb in it at all. But she said somehow Snoop saying it, it's okay.
I didn't say it's okay. I just said it just doesn't bother me that much. I don't know. Because Snoop is cool.
Wasn't it hysterical, though?
It is hilarious. It is really, I think, what a lot of people think, and they just put words to some of your thoughts around some of these sports. It was very funny. Yes, very funny.
I want them to recap every day of my life. I mean, like every day, like that would be what I would want to go see as far as the news is concerned. Remember, like the Daily Show used to be that I would like to see them recap the day's events.
Who knows? You may get your wish. It may next year around this time, it might be Kevin and Snoop Day.
Okay, so remember how Tiger King kind of took over things at the beginning of COVID?
Yes.
There's a show tomorrow or the 25th. Tomorrow the 25th? Yes. It's coming to Netflix. It is the backstory of the Little Happy Trees guy, the painter, the unauthorized story of...
I don't want to know anything bad about him.
I don't.
But I would love to see that show.
What
is his name? Bob?
Bob Ross.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that...
Tiny trees.
Happy trees. Happy little trees.
Well,
I did learn something about him. He never painted chimneys. If you look at all his paintings, he never painted a chimney because he wanted nature to be the focal point, and a chimney represented a human being.
Oh, wow.
So never any humans, never any chimneys. A house or a shack was just that, and it was probably dilapidated and somebody did not live there. So
very interesting. Okay.
And now on with the countdown.
Yeah, pretty good, Rickus.
Oh, Teresa says she'd like the three of them to live together too. I don't want anything to happen to your dad. Why don't you let you? No, hell no. All right. So we're blocking Teresa now.
Yeah.
The other thing I'm excited about is that Sopranos prequel. They're doing a 2-hour movie.
Oh.
And I've been waiting for it to come out. And it was originally going to be a movie that would be in theaters only. But because of the resurgence of COVID-19, it will be released 1st of October in theaters and HBO Max at the same time.
And James Gandolfini's actual son is playing young Tony Soprano, right?
Yes, he is. They just did a Rolling Stones interview with David Chase, the guy that invented Sopranos, and he was talking about it. I watched the 34-minute interview today while I was doing some busy work, and I'm even more excited about it now. They've released the full-length trailer to it.
Oh.
It has a lot of the characters, but not the same actors.
Well, right, because it's so much.
Yeah, so it's going to be in the 60s. And the interviewer asked him, what is the difference in this versus in the mob in the 60s versus now? And it was before the RICO, which is when they were able to tie it up the line. Also, he felt like they didn't use the F word as much back then.
Oh.
So there won't be as much of the F word in this. So maybe.
Probably still plenty.
Unless Snoop Dogg's in it. And then either way, I can get you to watch it with me. But
no. The Sopranos, I definitely noticed a downward trend in my own personal behavior when I was watching The Sopranos on A&E. When they gave the bleeped versions. Yeah. So, no. I'm probably going to pass on that. But I'm glad you're going to enjoy it.
Oh, I'll probably take off that day.
No, you won't. I don't know what is wrong with me. Yep. So lots of great things to look forward to, everybody. Pumpkin spice, apple crisp, macchiato, the Sopranos prequel, happy tiny trees. Yeah, there you go. I think we've covered all of it.
see if we did. All
And the pumpkin spice mask.
we did have another loss today. The drummer for the joke has always been, how do they live so long? But the drummer for the Rolling Stones, Charlie Watts, passed away today at the age of 80. So those usually come in threes. I hope it's not the same band.
Another way to kill the mood at the end of the broadcast.
Well, that's what I'm here for.
You did it yesterday, and
it's a two for Tuesday.
Yep, we've done it. So, okay, I'm glad we've had our time together.
Is that it?
Yeah, I think so.
Are you sure?
Yep.
Oh, I did want to. So we'll end on something happy. Shout out to my friend Darius Rucker. Used to be with the Hootie and the Blowfish. Now he's a country singer.
Yep.
He just did his annual show at the Ryman Auditorium in Nashville. Raised over $400,000 for St. Jude.
Wow.
Right now, the total for that show that he does with the golf tournament and the silent auction is $2.5 million toward research for the kids at St. Jude. I sent him a text I said, it's been a big week for you. Congratulations. Said, not only raising all that money, but also you and Winona getting into the Country Music Hall of Fame. I said, I'm a huge Judd's fan. So
you just had to drop that you happened to text him.
I'll see why you got to call people out. No, I'm just saying I thought that was something.
He just said, oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. No, he laughed. He said, ha, 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 ha,
he
ha,
laughed.
ha,
No, nah, or whatever his laugh is. Okay. We really got to go now. Congrats.
Oh, why? You got to pee or something?
Good day, everyone. See you tomorrow.
Brought to you by Carpetbaggers. We'll be back tomorrow.
Carpetbaggers.
If we're back tomorrow, that's a stretch. I mean, that's a streak.
Oh, Ashley.
Hi, Ashley. Bye, Ashley.
See you tomorrow.